Hola guys, happy Saturday. I just can't keep up with anything anymore. It is a rainy, dreary evening, and I just had to get myself out of a depressed stupor. Um, my sister and I earlier went to watch The Iron Claw, the movie based on the Von Erich tragic story. So much loss, and it was awesome to see them finally honored in film, something so close to us local, especially us local Texans, us Dallasites, because this is where they would wrestle at the Sportatorium. Very, very important to us growing up, watching Saturday Night Wrestling, and then Sunday morning, the extra fights on Sunday morning. It was just something we've been looking forward to since last year when we heard that they were going to come out with this movie. It's the first movie that my sister's actually been cheesed up about going with me to, and we had a really nice afternoon. We went and had lunch, and then we kind of did a little bit of window shopping and snooping around here in Oak Cliff on Jefferson Boulevard, which is the main street in Oak Cliff, which is a neighborhood in Dallas, like hood slash gentrified combo. A lot of new things are happening down there, but the Texas Theater has been there since forever and ever and ever, and that's where we decided to watch it for nostalgia's sake. It's a theater we hadn't been to in over 30 stinking years. Sheer eye. The last movie I watched there was Lionheart with Van Damme in it. How long ago was that, guys? That was the last movie I watched at the Texas Theater, and I know I was a teen, maybe even a tween or early teen. And the last movie she watched at Texas Theater was The Blob. So what does that tell y'all? But because it was a movie based on the iconic Texas Von Erich family, I decided we should go to the Texas Theater. We hadn't been since they renovated it, and they renovated it years and years ago. For those of you guys that don't know, Texas Theater is where Lee Harvey Oswald ran to after he killed JFK. He ran to that theater, and that's where he was arrested. We didn't get to see it, or we didn't get to ask, and probably should have asked. It's not the original seat, of course, but the seat in the aisle. They have two seats that are marked as Lee Harvey Oswald seats. The original that he was sitting in when the police came in, and then the one he sat in as they took him into custody. So they have two seats marked apparently in the theater that we didn't think to ask about. We did walk in and kind of looked around, and after a while, they kept the same layout. Honestly, they kept the same feel of it. They redid the seats. They covered the seats in this red velvet. The theater, I remember always being kind of dark and gloomy. It had kind of like a adobe stone interior, something like you would expect Fred Flintstone to live in. Like the walls are curved and stone or stucco or concrete or something. It was always very cavernous looking and kind of scary, honestly. It ain't changed, honey. Considering they did a renovation on it, I expected more. Based on the pictures that I see on the website, it looks really old Hollywood, like old glamour. And I'm like, this still rings very, very true to what it looked like when I was a teenager. Now, granted, it is a historical site. So I think they wanted to keep the authenticity to it and just clean it up some. But honey, it was still creepy. There was one little area. There was one little area in it. And my sister and I are looking around, and I'm snapping pictures here and there. But there was one area off to the left of us where we were watching the Kerry Von Erich Ric Flair championship fight. They had it up on a little screen. And there was this little dark nook, and I'm like, what's in there? Because the place was spotted with dark nooks. It wasn't very well lit, honestly. Like I said, that's what it used to look like back in the day. But this particular spot to my left drew my attention. And I'm like, what's in there? You guys, as soon as I made it into the doorway, like the entry, my chest clenched. And I swear to you guys, the first thing that popped into my head is, there's something evil in there. I've never felt that before in my life. And I backed out and I told my sister, there's something wrong in there. There's something evil in there. She goes, oh my gosh, should we leave? I'm like, no, it's no. You know, I kind of like tried to like play it down. My chest got so tight and my chest was hurting. And mind you, we were having fun walking around looking at everything. And she said, oh my God, do you want to leave? I'm like, no. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just go upstairs up to the theater because the theater was open. Let's just go on upstairs to the theater and decide where we're going to sit. And later on, I asked her, why did you ask me if you wanted to leave? She goes, Mel, you looked freaked out. She goes, you looked terrified. I said, did I? She's like, yeah, you scared me. She goes, if you hadn't looked like that, I wouldn't have suggested leaving. She goes, Mel, you look freaked out. It did pass. I didn't get any more weirdo vibes at the theater anymore. Except at one point, I had to go Tay-Tay. Because we got there a little early because we kind of wanted to like sneak a peekaloo at the theater. So we'd been sitting there for about 20 minutes sucking down a Sprite about this big. And I had to go tingle. And that theater is not friendly to people with bad knees, to people who are out of shape, to anybody. I don't think it's handicap accessible. Honestly, guys, I didn't see any ramps. I didn't see any of the little wheelchair signs. And it's stairs on stairs on stairs on stairs, just like I remembered it as a teen. But it's not very accommodating to the elderly, like I said, to the achy, the achy. So I was trying to find a smoother way to a potty. Well, next to where we were sitting, there was an exit sign, and we had seen people coming in and out of there. I'm like, well, it has to lead somewhere. And we did see a lot of bathrooms spotted throughout the theater. So I go out of that door, and I walk out. To the left of me is a stairwell, dingy, dark, like the theater. Not dingy, dark and kind of spooky like the theater, not dingy. And to the right of me, I saw two ladies standing mid into the area, standing at the top of some stairs. And I hear them talking, and one says, it is too dark down there. We're going to fall if we try and walk down the stairs. And the other one says, this is so scary. I want to get out of here. So they back out, and I'm looking, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you know how to get to the theater upstairs? I said, we are at the theater upstairs. She goes, what movie are you watching? I said, Iron Claw. She goes, oh, so we did go into the right theater. Movie hadn't started, so they didn't know. So they walk back in. I'm like, yeah, y'all are in the right theater. So they walk back in, and I'm left there looking at this kind of dark corridor stair thing and this pitch black one. And I realized this area right here has to be the area that gave me the chest pain downstairs. So I'm like, nope. No. Definitely not going that way. So I make my way down the more lighted of the stairwells, and I end up in this tunnel, guys. The stairs go down, and I end up with this wall in front of me, a door here and a door here. Neither door is marked. They're not bathrooms. I don't know what they are. It's pitch. It's silent. It's totally silent, and I freaked the heck out. Y'all know I'm all crickety crackety, right? This girl ran up the stairs back into the theater, and I sat down next to my sister. She goes, that was fast. I said, girl, I didn't even find a bathroom. I said, what did I call them? Tombs of hell. I said, right outside that door are the tombs of hell. one pitch black and one not so. I said, but it's the Tombs of Hell. She goes, don't you have to go? I said, yes, but I have to gather myself. So I gathered myself and I walked down all the stairs, found a bathroom in a not so brightly lit passageway corridor. Honestly, guys, that theater is a lawsuit waiting to happen. I just don't understand how the renovations took place, and it is so dark and dim. The stairs, multiple stairs up to the theater. Oh, is there previews?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Sign today, and you're off in a new Volkswagen during the Sign Then Drive event.
It's pretty. Up to your seats. They're not lit well. Every other step is lit. So there's a lit step and then a little platform and a lit step. If you're not paying attention, you're going to overstep and you're going to go tumbling. You're going to tumble. You're going to miss some steps. And I'm just like, the lighting is horrendous on the steps. The lighting, there's lots of little nooks and crannies and corridors. And I remember those corridors because the last time I went to the movies, which is when we watched Lionheart, I went with one of my friends who was really, really fast. Okay, she was hot in the pants. And she and I went with her parents. But she had told her little boyfriend, meet me at the Texas Theater. I'm going to be there. And she kept getting up having to go pee. She kept getting up, wanted to go get snacks and popcorn. But what she was doing was sneaking off into one of the little corridors with her little boyfriend that she had invited. Mind you, this is the same girl, fast in the pants, who spread horrible rumors about me because I hung around with a bunch of dudes because for so many years I was a tomboy. Same girl who spread all these filthy lies about me. Okay? I was pure and innocent for many, many, many years. More years than most of my friends. But she spread the wildest, most nasty rumors about me. And her father in particular believed them. So the only way he would let her go anywhere with me is if I went with them as a family. Lo and behold, we're at the Texas Theater. This bad girl, this naughty girl he won't let be out with his daughter on their own. But she's off making whatever she was doing in these dark passage corridors with her little boyfriend on the sneak. But I'm not bitter. I'm not hurt anymore. I'm not angry anymore. Anyway, I say all that to say it is still as dark and dim, and it still has all these little corridors that are there for no reason. Like, what are they there for? Very, very bizarre. But aside from the creep factor of it, it was still nice to be back in the theater we hadn't been to in a really, really long time. We watched an incredible movie. But you guys, when I tell you, it was one of those movies where the movie's over, right? And the credits start to roll and you sit there and you're like, what did I just watch? And you start bawling. We started crying. There were people crying. We heard throughout the movie, you could hear. Then it progressed to. You could hear it, and then it progressed to sobbing. People are sobbing. At first, I'll say I was like, okay, it's a little slow, and then it kind of sped up a little and kind of mishmash. At the end of it all, towards the end, towards the climax, towards the end of the whole movie, you realize you were just punched in the face by the tragedy of this family, and you're kind of glad that it kind of went bam, 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 because it's too much tragedy in one family for them to have been able to like really delve into each tragedy. Had they done that, I think everybody in that auditorium would have needed therapy or would have walked out just super, super sad. The man who made this movie made it well. Like I said, at first I was like, why are you skipping this and skipping that and that? But it makes sense. There was so much tragedy in that family to have dedicated too much time to each one would have been heartbreakingly harrowing. It ended up, like I said, after the movie's over, you kind of understand and take in what you just watched. And then he did have some creative license with some of the events. And we are bawling. I told my sister, I'm going to cry again in the car. I'm going to cry at home. And I did. We get home. I drop off my sister. We get home. I even stopped off at the grocery store. I wanted to pick up a few little things for a Christmas Eve dinner tomorrow. And I didn't want to be that person at the grocery store. Like I was that person at the store on Thanksgiving. I don't want to be that person for these poor employees. But we stopped off at Winco and I grabbed a few little things. And I was thinking, I was in this kind of sad space. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go home and I'm going to watch something funny. I'm going to go home and I'm going to watch something funny. And I'm going to watch all this all this tragedy. Although it was a good movie, I'm going to watch all this tragedy. But then I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to watch some of the old Von Erich fights. So I sat here for like an hour and I watched Von Erich championship fights. I watched Night of Champions fights back in 83, 84, 85, 86. I watched interviews. I watched the old news footage of them announcing when David died, when Michael died, when Carrie died, when Chris died. I'm like, I got so freaking sad.
They leap to their feet with every kick drop. Carrie wants to put him out. The sleeper. Who's going to get in the abdominal stretch? It's Carrie stretching out the champion Ric Flair. Abdominal stretch, and we're in position for a possible position. And goes Carrie, Flair will look. And it's a hard claw. Carrie Von Erich with that patented, unique Von Erich iron claw. No one else can do it like the Von Erichs, and Flair is paralyzed. Second time. Here's Flair from the ropes. Wants to toss Carrie across. Carrie's got it. Here's the Nelson's head. 2, 3. The dreams come true. Yes.
So I turned on Modern Family. I start putting around the house here, start getting this stuff together for this haul. We're going to have a haul, by the way, guys. And little dude comes on. He's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, why? Why does your face look like that? I said, I'm depressed. He goes, yeah, you look it. I'm still sad. I have Modern Family on and I'm still sad. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It was such a good time for us growing up. So many good memories. And then just to have lived each passing of each one of your, heroes. We were huge wrestling kids. And it's just sad. It's just sad to think there's only one of them left. But he's happy and he has a family and he has 4 kids and 13 grandkids. But it was just sad. It was just sad. So I'm like, girl, sit down and do this haul so you can put it all away for one. But just to get your head out of that, because that's one of the movies going to stay with you, okay? It's one of the movies that's really going to stay with you because it hits so close to home. It's so personal to so many of us that grew up watching wrestling, specifically Texans, because they were our babies. They were our heroes. But yeah, man, let's get into some good stuff. Went thrifting. Did I mention that? We went to Thrift Mart and Thrift Town one of these days. Yesterday, maybe, I guess. I think it was yesterday. What was yesterday? Friday? Yeah, little dude's been out of school since Wednesday. He was off Thursday and Friday. And I did not want to be out shopping for Christmas this weekend. I don't, because I don't want to go to jail over the holidays, and then I can't get out until after Juniors after New Year's. So I decided to go and pick up the last few little things that I needed. And little dude, I'm sorry, excuse me. And little dude went with me. We went to Thrift Town and we went to Thrift Mart. Thrift Mart. I'm pretty sure he grabbed some things, but they're already upstairs. I grabbed a couple snacks at Thrift Mart because they finally had some good ones. They had the Planters cashews, again, 4 for $10. I think this is a good deal. This size of whole cashews, 4 for $10. I bought them the last time they had them, so I was excited to see them again. So I bought 4 of the whole cashews. I found these little things. I didn't need them, guys. It's this grinder pepper mill with the little spinny thing and the little salt shaker. The little top is in there. I'm gonna give them a good cleaning, and they were just so neat. And I have some tall ones that I use now over my stove, and I just thought these were a nice little size to swap out with things that I have either on my breakfast bar or the kitchen at any given moment. And they were $2.92. And then I found this thing, and we're not a Star Wars family in this house. I've only watched the first Star Wars for the first time in my entire life a couple weeks ago. First time ever. I've never seen any of the Star Wars. I know the characters just because there are, you know, who doesn't know who the characters are, but I've never watched one. But I found this thing. I thought it was amazing and perfect condition. Look, it opens. I don't know if there was a character or something in there, but it is so neat. And little dude discovered that they move. These little thingies move and spin and do all kind of neat things. It's like, that's pretty friggin' cool. The only reason I know anything about Star Wars is because of our friends. They are really into Star Wars. They're huge fans. But this was amazing. And it was also only $2.92. So I grabbed that sucker. I don't know if it's missing pieces. I don't know if it was supposed to be on a stand or something. I haven't Googled to find out. But I thought that was really neat. So I grabbed that. And then I grabbed 2 of these. Oh, something's poking me. I'll show you guys in a little bit. I grabbed 2 of these. These were $2.99. Of little mini Dr. Peppers. Then we went to Thrift Town. We had just been there, but I went to Thrift Town because we were there. We went to Thrift Town, and I'm walking around looking at stuff. And I picked up a few little things, and then I'm noticing that people are really crowded around. I'm sorry, little dude's right there. I noticed that people were really, really crowded around all the Christmas things, and I'm like, they're still decorating. But, you know, it's right before Christmas, and there's really cute Christmas stuff out there. So I'm like, let me go look. I didn't want to because I had just bought a bunch of Christmas stuff. Let me go look. And you guys, how am I not going to look now? Okay. Y'all ready? I'm going to show you a picture of one thing that's too big, and I swear if I move it, sprinkles come off of it. I've had to sweep and vacuum numerous times already. Let me show it to you. I thought it was an amazing price for an amazing item. So it's too late to do anything with it this year. I did the most minimal to the smaller one by my fireplace that I had said I was going to put over the mirror. I didn't decorate it or anything. And this one is huge. Christmas is in a day. So I fluffed it just to see how fluffy it was going to be, and it's gorgeous. So that is definitely going to be the one for over my fireplace because it's just going to be gorgeous. So I got that at that $4 because it was $7.99. I found this one. This is what was poking me in my belly. There we go. It has jingle bells on it. These lovely little pine cones and berries. Similar to the one, oh y'all can't see that one back there. Oh yeah, I'm stiff. Similar to the one back here with these sprays, these little sprays. Thought it was so stinking pretty. And it was 50 off of $4.49. Okay. I found this adorable little Santa tin. It looks like a jester. Little dude pointed that out. Why is he a Santa jester? I don't know. But it has little jingle balls. I was trying to find a cute little tree to stick in there so I can possibly use this as a centerpiece next year here on this table instead of my bells. Switch it up some. But I couldn't find one that I really liked. And I don't know if the other little pine one that I found on my last haul will fit in here and still show beautifully at the top. I could always put like a little something down here and then set the little tree in it. So I'm going to try that. But this adorable little thing was half off of $2.49. I had put this back before I realized it was 50% off. So I went ahead and got him. I don't care that he's missing the little handle. He's adorable. He's a little candle thingy, and I think it's going to be lovely. Oh, I thought that was a bug. Child, I thought that was a bug. I was about to fling it. It's those little things from the wreaths. But he's double-sided, guys. Hey, this one's... okay. Don't break. Okay, so he's double-sided, and I think he's going to be adorable with a little candle in there. Man, this one's been through some things. Look how perfect the little nose is here and how perfect the little scarf is here. And then you have before and after. And then this is the unbotoxed, I guess, and the unironed. But I can fix that. But here's really cute, and he was half of $2.99. You guys, I'm talking to y'all. And I just keep thinking of the movie. A whole mess of jingle bells. 50 cents. This adorable little Santa Claus star. Okay. 25 cents. Now some of these things I'm going to show you guys are going to be to swap out here or to add on in here. You'll see what I'm talking about. This cute little happy holidays doohickey. Now, I don't know what I paid for this because there was a Goodwill sticker on it for $1.99. They didn't have a Thrift Town sticker on it, so maybe she charged me $1 for it. I don't remember. I don't know. Will work for milk and cookies. I think there was something attached to his little head up here, maybe some fuzz on his little hat because it kind of looks like something came off of him. So I think if I can find a nice little strip of cotton or something, I'll judge it up there. If not, he's still adorable. He's still cute. Half of 69 cents. I'm sorry. I'm getting bogey. It's been raining like crazy. This was so stinking cute. Little wooden Christmas tree. $1. I have to draw a face on this because otherwise it looks super spooky, but I'm going to draw a little face. Isn't he cute? But yeah, he needs a face. You can kind of see where his nose is, his little cheeks. Dude ain't got no eyeballs, so I'm going to draw on some eyeballs. But 50 cents. I don't know what it is, what came over me with this wooden stuff. I left so many wooden thingies behind because I was getting out of hand. But these I just couldn't resist. Now these kind of fell apart on me and I kind of just tied them all together real quick. But it's 3 of these little holly leaves for half of $1.49. Yeah, they were falling apart because they're just stapled in the back. And this one of these lost a staple. And I kind of just, this one lost a staple. So I just tied it on together. There's that one. And I found a bunch like this. And I had all of them. But I'm like, this one I can play with and fix. And maybe even add a few little baubles on it to make it really cute. And the other ones was going to take too much dismantling and too much judging. But this one I made look cuter even there. So I think I can bring it back as my own for next year. So it's him. And each letter spells out snow. Now this piece right here lost its little greenery. It's the only piece that doesn't have any greenery. But as many wreaths as I keep buying, I think I can yank off a piece and attach it here. But they all have jingle bells. They all have jingly bells. And it hangs pretty long. Oh yeah, it hangs pretty long. I just thought it was so stinking cute. And it was half of $3.49. I have beads on my living room Christmas tree. And this year I couldn't find them. I got tired of looking. I thought I had all of my living room decor together and I couldn't find my beads. And I've been putting gold beads on that tree for years because some of the ornaments have these same exact beads on the ornament itself. And I found this big honking tube of ancient beads for half of $1.49. And now the only other Christmas thing that I purchased, don't laugh, I'm going to wear them tomorrow if I can get them washed in time. Men's boxers because they have a flap, but it's a button flap, but I think they're so stinking adorable. I'm probably just gonna wear them with a white t-shirt, black t-shirt, red t-shirt. I don't know. I was trying to find a matching Santa something shirt and I couldn't find one, but I paid half of $3.49 for these. These are gonna go in my laundry basket right now because I kind of want to wear them tomorrow. They look short, but they're not. They're not short at all. I thought, but no, they're not. They come to like mid-thigh. Thought they were really cute, so I grabbed those. And then the only other things that I picked up that were non-Christmas were a few things little dude found. He found this amazing freaking horny toad. Is this a horny toad? I don't know what this is. But he's superbly awesome. He's so cool. And he was $1.99. And then he found this Five Nights at Freddy elephant. We just watched Five Nights at Freddy twice. And he's a fan. So he was real geeked out that he actually found a real FNAF, not a knockoff, but a real Five Nights little guy. And he was $3.99 because he's FNAF. And they just had a movie come out. But it was okay because they're not going to be that. They're a little more expensive even at Walmart and Target. I found this. I think it's an oven thermometer. Is this, you hang it on the rack? The little grate. It is, am I right? Am I wrong? This isn't from like a mortuary, is it? What is this? Warm baking, roasting. No, it's not. Okay, I'm like, what if it belonged in a mortuary in the freezers? You see where my head goes? But anyway, the reason I got this is because I have a super duper old oven. The oven is as old as the house. It's the same oven that came when the house was built in *83. Okay, but it still works. I fixed it. When my oven went, I went on YouTube and I fixed it. I found parts at replacements.com. No, that's for dishes. I found parts somewhere and I fixed my oven. But I don't think my oven is heating the way it's supposed to because the last few times that I've gone in there and baked some things, I have to let it go a little longer than I should. So I don't think it's heating up to regular. So we're going to try this out. We'll see. And then I couldn't pass this up. It's metal. I have usually plastic ones or wood ones. This one is metal. It's not as fancy as the ones I have my tiles outside on, but it's different. it's a different metal stand. So I grabbed this one. And it was only $1.99. Y'all know I use the snot out of these. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. But, that's everything. That's everything that I picked up. I wish I had gotten these ornaments and decorations sooner, but it's okay. They'll definitely come in handy next Christmas. But that's everything. I'm not going anywhere tomorrow because it's Christmas Eve, and I don't want people to be mad at me because I'm making them work. And then next day is Christmas. So I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday. I hope you guys really, really do. If any of you are struggling because you guys are missing somebody, or if y'all are going through some things and y'all aren't so jolly, I hope this video doesn't, I don't mean to come on here like la la la, when I know some of you guys actually watch because y'all tell me to feel better, that watching these videos kind of take you out of some low spots or some, I don't feel good, I'm a little under the weather spots. So I hope it doesn't bother you to see me prepping for Christmas, or I hope it's not triggering for anyone who may be in need of a little distraction. But I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a good next few days coming up. And until my next go round, I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I don't want to come back at the end of the video. Wait. But yeah, I think I'm done. So until my next go around, Merry Christmas, you guys. Happy Christmas. Depending on where you're at, because I know some parts of the world say Happy Christmas instead of Merry Christmas. But I will see you guys very, very soon. I love y'all bunches. Bye. Dang it, you guys. I promise y'all this was not planned, but I know me, and I know I always forget something. And I tend to always forget huge things. Like, they're in my face. They're huge. How can you forget it? Well, I forgot it. I forgot to show you guys something that I picked up at Thrift Mart. Okay. It is this frame stand display thingy. Now, the plexi is missing from here, but that's fine because, believe it or don't, I have plexi in the garage that I can try very carefully to trim. Worst comes to worst, you just get plastic sheeting like the ones you put on your like iPads and your electronic screens. Use one of those, and you can get them in all sizes. So I'm not worried about that missing, but I couldn't resist it. I lifted this sucker up. It's not too heavy. And I put it in my cart and I wiggly wobbled it all the way to the register. And it was $14, guys. So y'all know I had to have loved it to spend that much on it. But it was okay because I didn't really get much other than the snacks there. I thought little dude had got something, but maybe not. But anywho, that's everything. And that's going in my gallery. On the landing as you go up, I have 2 lamps up there. I may have to judge it up, but it's definitely going in the landing or up at the top stairs in the hallway. But it's definitely going there. Okay, now I'm done.